The topic is the U.S. colored troops and the Battle of Nashville, and we're talking to Leo Kwame Lillard. And of course, Professor Lillard has been giving us quite a bit of information in reference to his background. But let us continue this and have you to give us some information about the participation of African Americans in the war that we will eventually dealing with the battle.
I'd be glad to, Dr. Haney. I think as a child growing up in Nashville, I lived in South Nashville, and we had to walk to Cameron Junior High School, which is another part of South Nashville. And we walked right past this huge old haunted-looking hill every day for 3 years. Had no idea that it was called Fort Negley. All we knew was a place that our parents said, "Don't you go up there, boy. It's haunted. It's an Indian fort." Unbeknownst to all of us, and probably my parents too, that fort was, and still is, the largest stone fort ever built in the Civil War. Now, there's a long way from junior high school to now. And it took many years, even back in Nashville, before we realized the significance of that Fort Negley, because it was a fort that reminded the Nashville gentry of defeat in the Civil War. But that fort was a sense of pride for black folks because we built it. We built it with our own hands. In fact, they forced black men who were bricklayers and stonemasons to build that fort. Nashville itself was a key city during the Civil War because it had all these railroads, and it was a border state. It was the last state to succeed during the Civil War. But it also allowed this city to become the launching area to supply the entire war effort that Lincoln needed to have to defeat the Confederate armies operating in Alabama and Georgia and Mississippi. So Nashville was occupied, was only one of two cities occupied, Nashville and New Orleans. Only two cities occupied during the entire war, and became staging areas to defeat the Confederate Army. So this was a critical city for the Civil War. But more importantly, it also became a place to recruit black soldiers because all the slaves that wanted to join the Union Army had to come out of those southern states to get to Nashville to be recruited. And Tennessee had the second largest number of black recruits behind Virginia in the entire war, and also had the largest number of battles other than Virginia. So we played a major role. So it's odd that you grow up in a city, in a state, with that significant role, and as an educated person, you're black, you leave with a degree in whatever it is, and you don't know the role that Nashville played. So you wonder, how long could this lie be kept away from the people? Our job then became to expose the lies, to fill in the blanks in history, and say, we played a major role in making our country what it is. We didn't just do what's in the movie Gone with the Wind. And it's odd, Dr. Haney, that this stamp, the stamp this year is Hattie McDaniel, the black stamp, and she played Mammy in Gone with the Wind. All right? And it's odd that you would have that stamp come out the exact year we put a statue up that totally contradicts the stamp. I mean, the men who that statue is made for wasn't singing old Massa and singing, you know, we shall overcome. They were fighting for the right of their freedom and the rights of a nation. And it's amazing it's taken that long.